Hi everybody, Axel at Free Market Silver, freemarketsilver.com. This video, we are just to give you an update. We are working on a blog section for the website that'll have just general commentary, and then people can, customers or visitors to the website can leave their own comments and kind of get a discussion going. Because I think conversation is very important, particularly as it applies to not just finance, but just to being people and getting to know one another. And this video here, I'm gonna do something a little different here. I'm actually going to put some news into this, but I'm going to segue into what I want to talk about, which is the importance of taking possession of your gold and your silver, the physical possession. We've all by now, I'm sure, if you haven't heard the story with the MF Global problems, of course, this happened to Gerald Celente. If you haven't followed that story, I recommend go back and maybe find it. It's only a couple of days old, so you should be able to find it. This is November 17th, 2011. So, and I think that story broke on November 15th, 2011. So it's only a couple of days old, and you can probably still find quite a bit of information about that. But the importance of taking physical delivery. This is let me read this here. This will be good for you guys. Let's see here. In Glendale, I'm reading off of my phone here. Glendale, the city of Glendale is imposing a ban on artificial grass, and notices are going out to homeowners whose front yards are covered with turf. I assume they're talking about either AstroTurf or maybe in some of the nicer neighborhoods, maybe they're putting in that fake grass they use in football stadiums. That's really kind of nice. It's fairly expensive too, as I understand. But and then the story goes on to talk about how homeowners are having to dig all this stuff up, and people are upset about this. But here's the interesting thing, and this I'm going somewhere with this. So give me a little latitude on how I get there. What happens is that the city goes around, and many of us probably know this. At least in the city that my business is in. I live out in the county, but in the city that my business is located in, they have things like this where you have to keep your yard in a certain kind of condition and so on. And but of course they've also upped the fees on how much it costs to water your lawn in the summertime. So it's kind of this catch-22. If you want to save money because you don't want to spend a lot of money on the watering your lawn, then you have to you have to let your lawn go, and if you let it go, then they come in and they want to fine you. So and then now they're saying, at least in Glendale, they're saying, well, now you can't have artificial grass to make it look good because we want you to use our water and stuff. So this is kind of an interesting story. And where I'm going with this, just so you understand, is that this is exactly what is going to happen more and more and more and more and more and more and more as essentially municipalities all over the world specifically in the United States go broke. I mean, they're wiped out. And just so you know, also, if there's any background noise that you're hearing, that's actually the traffic from outside of the front of the store. So I'm not reporting from the vault today. I'm actually out in the lobby. So, but these are the kinds of things that I think are going to happen, and I think we're going to see more and more of this as time goes on. We're going to see more and more municipalities basically grasping at straws, trying anything and everything. And this is why I think it's going to become more and more important, as not necessarily just why you should own gold or why you should have gold or silver for that matter, either one. Again, I have a sliding scale kind of thing that I do with clients. I think if you're over 55, 60 years old, I tend to recommend buying more gold because it tends to have a little bit more stability in terms of price fluctuation as opposed to silver. But silver, and if you're much younger, of course, I recommend probably just doing a little bit more silver than gold. Just it just depends on on what you're looking to do as far as saving money. And again, I attack the issue of what is a savings and what is an investment. I don't see buying physical gold as an investment. I see it as savings. So, and again, hopefully when the blog is up and running, then people can comment on these kinds of things and they can say, well, no, it is investing because the price changes. We can go back and forth on why I don't think that is. And if someone has a good argument, by all means, please throw it my way. I love a good debate. So, but the importance of having your physical gold and taking possession of it is because then you own it, and and you can hide it, and I mean, essentially just keep it away from thieves and predators. I mean, now you can define thieves and predators how you want to define it. I have my own definition of what I consider a thief and a predator. And it's pretty broad. It just means anybody who wants to steal my gold or silver. And I would like to underscore, mentally, anybody. So I don't really care who that is or what title or, none of that stuff means anything. It's, theft is theft. Sanctioned or otherwise, it's still theft. I've said for years that I'd rather have full-blown total anarchy, wild craziness in the streets than I would, sanction theft, which we see quite frequently. And then, so that's the importance is taking possession of your physical gold and hiding it. If you don't have a safe, I recommend you pick up a safe. Maybe if you want to hide it even better, maybe look into a floor safe. There's a couple of different companies out there that have good floor safes. We are working on a video on how to install a floor safe, so that way you can do it yourself. And this is for people who are fairly handy, or maybe if you're, let's say you're an older person. Clearly, if you're a 65-year-old woman, you're probably not going to go down to the rental place and rent a jackhammer and start punching holes in your floor in your basement. You're not going to do that. But maybe you have grandkids or relatives that can help you out with that. But the goal is to keep it. Again, if it's the fewer people that know about it, the better. Security by obscurity, which is a fantastic way to go about that. But taking physical possession is the ultimate hedge, and I think as time goes on, like with stories out of Glendale, and this is continuing. There's more and more stories all the time of the cameras and just everything in the world that they're attacking, and they're attacking your dollar. If you wanted to ask my conspiracy theory on it, I suppose I would say that I think the reason they're going after so many dollars is because they're afraid of inflation. I think they're deathly afraid of inflation when we look at this overall. Let me explain that. The velocity of money is fairly slow at the banks, but people still have money out there. And since the M1 has been increased, 100% or more, I don't know what the latest number is, but last I'd heard it was about 100% increase. Well, that would mean that things should go up about 100% in terms of their spending power when you go to a store or a place of business to buy something, depending on what you're buying. And so, with that being the case, I think that they're trying to basically take as much money out of many dollars out of the circulation as they possibly can to try and cull inflation. And of course, they're going about it the wrong way, in my opinion. But that's another subject entirely. But this is why it's important to. I really strongly. I've been pretty conservative in the past, I think. Again, anybody who knows me or has done business, or any customers that have come in here and talked to me personally, because we do have regular business hours and customers do come see me. But I think I've explained this in the past that, I've been pretty conservative, and I never tell anybody, run for the hills, take all your money out of your 401k, and pay the fees and get out of it. I've been pretty conservative, and I try to let people make their own mind up on that. Present them with the facts on both sides, and then let them make up their own mind. But at this stage in the game, I think I'm probably at the point now where I would strongly encourage people to really, really, really evaluate your paper holdings, and really look at maybe if you're saving money, save it in precious metals, gold or silver. And don't save it in the stock market. I mean, for starters, savings and stock market or savings and equities markets really shouldn't be in the same sentence, because it's every contract I've ever signed with any brokerage firm that I've ever done business with, and there's been several of them over the years. They all say very plainly that people can and do lose money. Well, savings implies something entirely different. Savings means that you shouldn't be taking any risks. You shouldn't be using an investment vehicle to save. You save, and then you use investment vehicles to grow wealth later on. But again, you can choose how you want to do that. Again, I'm probably one of the most conservative people I know in terms of my investments, and so you're going to have to make up your own mind on that. But and I can give you various thoughts on that. Again, you can always call us here at the store, and if you want to have a dialogue, I'll be happy to give you just some of my opinions on that. But they're just that, and you have to make up your own mind on that. But as far as savings is concerned, get your gold and silver. Take physical possession of it. We do send, when customers call up and order stuff, unless it's something we don't have on the shelf, orders go out right away, and you get your physical delivery right away. And that's what I encourage people to do, and that's what I'm starting to encourage people, probably even more so now, is take your physical delivery of this and hold on to it. And that and it's for preserving wealth. It's not an investment vehicle in the traditional sense. And of course, if you see the other video that I did on why gold isn't a commodity, that's what lends me to why I say that. So that's all for right now. We'll do more later on. Again, hopefully the blog will be up and running, and then we can do just general type stuff, where I'll do maybe some commentary, not just me, but maybe some of the guys that work here. We'll do some, and even customers that visit, maybe interview them, get some of their thoughts, and these are just regular people, and I want to make that really clear. These are regular folks. These aren't, high finance people. These are just regular people like you or I that are just involved in wanting to preserve our wealth. So go to freemarketsilver.com for more education or more videos like this. And if you want to support us, it'd be great. The best way to support us isn't by sending us a donation. Just buy something. Buy some eagles, especially this holiday season. This is a great time to maybe buy a couple of eagles, give them to your kids, give them to your grandkids, things like that. This is a great time to do something like that. As always, also prices on the website reflect a credit card purchase price. I'm probably going to change that. But there is a cash discount price. Again, you have to call us for that, though. So visit us at freemarketsilver.com, and we'll talk to you later.